So I scoured the internet, read all of the magazine articles to see what are the trends going on this year that everyone's talking about. And as I was looking through them, some of these are not for everyone. My little disclaimer with that though is if you want to wear it, it makes you happy. At the end of the day, it's just makeup, you guys. It comes off, wear whatever makes you happy. These are just suggestions, you guys. So that's my disclaimer. But anyways, let's get started with trend number 1 that is aging you. Number 1 is the reverse smoky eye. Now this isn't really anything new. It's been around for a while. It was popular, I think in the 90s, and then it was popular several years ago, and it's back again. Everything comes back. But this is that kind of rocker chic era, that grungy look where you have lots of dark shadow going under the eyes. Now if you're over 40 like me, it doesn't work anymore because your dark circles tend to come out. Like you guys under here, you can't see it on camera, but trust me, there's like 4 layers of concealer, corrector, foundation, and powder going on. Like it took a lot to cover these eye circles, you guys. So if you're putting a lot of, especially dark shadow under here, it can accentuate that. Definitely avoid blues, purples, and grays under the eyes because that's the color of dark circles. If you wear that, especially super smoked out under there, it's definitely gonna accentuate those dark circles versus drawing the attention to the actual eyes. Second trend, some of you may not agree with me on, it is the nude glossy lip. Now hear me out. Nude glossy lip has been around forever. It's a classic, it's a staple, even though it's really trending right now, especially with that dark brown lip liner. Now, as we age, I've had to learn this myself too, we lose pigmentation in our lips. So when you are over 40 and you try to wear a nude lip, unless it has a little bit of color to it, it looks like death, you guys. It looks just, you lost all color in your face. So my solution is to first off, line your lips with a rose or peach tinted nude. That's the trick, is you gotta have a little bit of color. You can still have something that feels like nude, but it needs to have some undertone of a peach, a rose, even a hint of brown, not just straight up like pasty color nude. It's not going to work. I have a few options for you all to show you. This is Love You Back. I don't know if they still sell that, you guys, but I'm just using this as an example. Do you see how this gives me the vibe of nude, but it has a rose undertone to it? This is a great nude for over 40 skin. Another one is Kind of Sexy. This one has more of a peach tone to it. So again, it's still giving me nude vibes without it being just straight up colorless nude. And then this one's my favorite. I don't even know if they sell this anymore, you guys. I'm embarrassed to show this on camera. It looks like a dog mauled it. Look at this. Do you see this? I think my daughter played with it or something. Like, look, it looks like it's chewed. Don't judge me. I really like this lip color. It's Japanese maple. Mac, please. Mac, if you're watching, please bring back this lip color. It has a nice sheen to it. It's just a beautiful peachy nude, but it has just enough color. Do you guys see that? Oh, it's so gorgeous. One of my favorites. So see how it has peach in there? So it adds a little bit of color to the lips. It doesn't make me look like death, but it still gives me that vibe of having nude lips. Actually, I wanted to stop really quick and show you these colors on the lips just so you guys can see this. So this is Love You Back. Let me show you what this looks like. Okay, so there's that one. Even this to me is feeling like a little bit nude. I'd like just a little bit more color, but it'll work. And then this one is Kind of Sexy, which has a peachy undertone. Love that one. That's one of my favorites. And then Japanese Maple with my messed up tip here. This one's more of a glossy lip color. I think that's why I like it. So there's that one. I like it because it has a little bit of a sheen, but a little bit of peach undertone to it too. Trend number 3 is the bleached brows. Okay. Who decided that this should be the trend? I mean, I know it can look cool and artistic on the runway, you know, for certain fashion shows and things like that, if you have an extravagant gown and really cool hair going on. But for every day, you guys, like I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm gonna offend everyone. I'm not feeling this at all. I don't understand why this is a trend. And then especially after 40, because as we age, you guys, like this is tattooed really, because as we age, we lose some of our brows, especially if you're like me, you grew up in the 90s, you overplucked them and they never grew back. Don't do it, kids, don't do it. But your brows get thin, they start to get gray anyway. So if you're gonna bleach them, it's not gonna frame your face. It's not gonna draw attention to your eyes. It's gonna age you a little bit more. So I'm gonna say no to this one. Absolutely not. Number 3, bleached brows. We're not doing it. Trend number 4 is the super glowy skin. Now, I've always preached that as we get older, we should definitely have dewy skin. But when it's all over the face doing this. What happens as we age is around our eyes, we get the crow's feet, we get some of the marionette lines, our pores get a little bit bigger, we get more texture to our skin. If your foundation is super, super dewy, it's going to accentuate those fine lines. So what I like to tell people to do is focus the dewiness on the cheeks, the lips, and then the eyelids, but leave the T-zone in any spot of your face that has fine lines, pores that you don't want to accentuate. Keep those satin or matte finish. So what I always do with my makeup, I'm going to show you, is I like using a sponge like this. I've always loved pressed powder. I like the Fenty one. I do a dewy foundation all over. I'm wearing NARS Sheer Glow. Amazing dewy foundation. But in here where my pores are, right around here where I get the fine lines, even a little bit on the chin, I put the powder there just to kind of mattify it a little bit. It's gonna smooth out the texture. It's not gonna accentuate those fine lines. Then it allows me to still have a glowy moment going here on the cheek. So it gives me that youthfulness, that beautiful glow, but it's not gonna accentuate all of the other fine lines and stuff going on my face. And then the last makeup trend to avoid is the graphic eyeliner. Now don't get me wrong, you all, I think this looks so absolutely cool. I think it's very graphic, it's fun, it's artistic, but as we get older, our skin tends to get a little bit looser here. So even doing something like a cat eye or a winged liner, I get this question all the time, you guys, on the Makeup Geek site, you know, for the last several years, was how do I do it for aged skin? Because as the skin gets looser, that straight, sharp line is a little jagged. I'm just gonna say that from my personal experience. So doing the graphic liner, especially the one that comes here in the crease, it isn't a straight line. And then again, it starts to accentuate some of the texture and the lines going on. So one solution that I say for that is to do a baby line where the graphic eyeliner, you can bring it up as a cat eye and just do like a little bit of a graphic liner, or maybe you bring it all the way into the tear duct. So it's giving you kind of that trend that was like the foxy eyes. You could do that. Just do it in small moderation, but if you're doing lots of graphic eyeliner all over the lids and stuff, I feel like it can make us look a little bit more aged than we are. It's just my personal opinion, but you guys let me know what you think on that one. So that is the 5 makeup trends that are aging you. Hope you have a great week. You guys come back next week for another makeup video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.